If you are someone who's very interested in connecting with their bodies, and also someone who wants to learn more about somatics and also how to discover who you are through the senses, this is going to be for you. And also for ants here. So how I got myself into aromatherapy, because actually everything that has to do with smelling and perfumes is in a way aromatherapy, right? It was about it was around 2016 2017 when I had my first aromatherapy session. I was going to therapy for already a year. I was still very depressed and desperate to get to know more about a cure myself, my life. I had no purpose really, but to cure myself. Yeah, doggy. And fast forward 10 years after, I'm very much obsessed with smelling and also smell as a sense. I can smell many, many, many things. I can detect even people who are sick at the distance. I can detect also in myself when I'm super sick, emotionally or physically, because of the smell that I emit or create. And what I wanted to say today, one second, I just want to be closer to my friend. Oh, Lord. Most people mask their smell or smelling when they're suffering, which means that they're not going to know first that they're suffering, and secondly they're not going to understand what to do if their body is emitting a bad odor. What I suggest in this case, what you can do, first step is awareness, is to, if you have a day off or you're going to spend a day at home, take a hoodie on or something that is thick, and do not use any kind of deodorant. That's the first step. You're gonna start noticing, okay, maybe my body smells like in the way it smells. Is it my left armpit? Is it my right armpit? Depending on that, there are different things that you can do, because right side has a lot to do with action and inner fathering in a way, and the left side has a lot to do with processing emotions, or there's also something specific about it. If it's on the left side, there's something connected to with a flow of feelings that is not properly contained. So with feelings that are not really properly looked at, felt, or even guarded, I would say. And I'm talking about guarding in a sense of having something to hold your emotions. This is what I mean. Because if you feel your emotions without any kind of support, this can also be inner support. It also, you run the risk of flooding yourself, and we don't want any type of flooding. Even though in some cases, the right the type of flooding can also unleash some things in you, but you have to be a bit of an expert to actually reach that level, so you don't succumb to the aftermath of having the lid of your psyche popping off, which I'm going to talk about more in another video. So yeah, that's the first step, awareness. And after awareness, what you're going to do, Like you're gonna see, okay, is it the left side or the right side? You have to literally recognize or admit to yourself that you're suffering, because if you wouldn't be suffering, you wouldn't smell. I have not met ever in my life someone who was healthy and was smelling. Your odor will always be really good if you're in balance with everything, with your emotions, with your thoughts, with your movement, with your relationships. Um, you will not smell. Okay, so what are you gonna do with this after realizing? Is it the left? It could be also that you have both armpits that smell at the same time, which means that you need a lot more care and attention. Oopsie, I think the microphone is supposed to be here. So after you're gonna admit to yourself, okay, I might be suffering. What you will need to do is, after this, is have the courage to sit with yourself until something shifts within you. Usually, how this looks like for example, in my case, when I'm going through periods of change emotionally, and when I start suffering, or when I experience different shocks, because I also experience shocks. I'm not, even though I'm a somatic therapist, I'm not immune to life. So yeah, life is always happening, right? And it's happening to me as well. What you will have to go through is a little journey of allowing for the sweat to purge, which means that, okay, if you stay 5 days in the house, you're not going to use deodorant, or you're going to use something that is very natural. I use a natural one, a natural Thai deodorant. And if it's really necessary, if you need to leave the house, you can use a chemical one. I even bought a chemical one too a few weeks ago, because I was going through something. Like, it was for 2 weeks and a half, I was smelling like, oh, I don't know if people felt that, because I was asking also friends, like, do I smell? They were like, no, no, no. But I was feeling it so acutely that I was like, okay, I cannot. I just this cannot. But this was after 2 weeks and a half, and then I started using it less and less, and I switched to my normal one. And I also had periods where I wasn't using, to see if, okay, are my hormones in check? Am I still suffering? Am I still is it still something in me that is creating suffering? And I would tell, okay, my like right now I smell so good. With all due respect, I smell really good. And I love that when I smell really good, because I know my scent is good also for myself, because I can smell myself. I'm like, okay, I mean, we're also animals, right? And the healthier we are, the better we can allow for things to flow left, right, up and down, which is also, the liquid and the lymphatic, and the lymphatic system, and the blood, the fluids. We have so many things always going and moving in our system. So yeah, and about senses, what I wanted to say also, I'm gonna leave a link in. I'm gonna leave actually a few links in the description, because I want to share also the name of a natural pharmacy that I discovered in Istanbul. I have something from them. It's almost finished. I love it so much. They called it balance. It's a mix of at least three things, but I forgot the name of these things because I have so many other essential oils and also other scents. Scents? Do you call this in English? Scent? Like what's the plural of scent? Scent, pardon. So yeah, it looks like this. Oh, this is the Turkish one. And the Turkish one was, yeah, had this like thing on it, and it said balance for the hormones and also for myself, for my emotions, and for my mental capacities. No, for my mental, for my for balancing my mental processes and my cognition. So yeah, it smells like it's like this. They also gave us something. Oh my god. This smell. I had it with me for over a year. I store it also in the fridge. And sometimes I put the essence here. Or this is just in like, I would say, for me, under the nose is the best area because I always want to feel it. But you can put it here, you can put it here, you can put it here, depending on, put it on the neck or behind the ear. Here. I also usually have a very beautiful necklace that I received from a friend. I'm gonna also leave a link. It looks something like this, but it has a lotus flower like this. And I open it and I just put oil inside and I smell it whenever I need more support, because sometimes you need more support, right? You need more support to balance everything in your life, especially now. Everything is so, pardon, everything is so, how would I describe? Everything is so discombobulated and scrambled. So it's very important to have at least 2-3 tools in your toolkit to use when you know you're going through something like a change. And now we're shifting more and more, right? Either through fear or through courage, depending on the choice. But anyway, going back. And I also want to say something, like this is as a PS before the last PS. If you're going through an emotional shift right now, like a very big one, it can also be a small one, but especially I'm talking about like very big shifts where you know you're done with your life and you're just like so over everything that you just want to change and you just want everything new again, like a new way of looking at things. What I also suggest is to eat at least once a day cacao nibs. So you're gonna munch on cacao nibs, just eat them raw. They're gonna help your nervous system recalibrate at a very different level. So yeah, that would be my PS. And what I want to still share about smells and smelling. I don't know if I had this as a gift when I was a child, like smelling people who are sick from a distance, or smelling myself, or just knowing that someone is good or bad for me because of their scent. I mean, I had this when I was like a teenager. I remember at some point I kissed someone. I was like 19. I was like, oh my God, his jeans are not for me. I was like, no. It was not even the kiss, it was the smell. Anyway, going back, I'm happy I found it. What I also discovered, baby, you're gonna stay? You're gonna leave? He's still looking for you. Anyway, I discovered an oil perfume, It's so beautiful. It is a mix of green tea, lily, and white musk. And there's another one that smells like Sailor Moon for me. I've never smelled this flower. It's called peony. This is really, it's peony with a carrier oil, which is almond oil. It's really my favorite as a carrier oil. And about carrier oils, I'm going to talk in another video. I think this is it for now. So yeah, see if you can do the test with the hoodie, if you can bring some awareness to your body and to your own suffering. And let me know if you can go through the purge alone, if you need help. And oh, hello. And what else? What I wanted to say? Yeah, if I'm curious how long it lasts, like the smell, how long it lasts. If you're able to do the test, like to able to go through, I don't know, like maybe 1 week or 2 weeks of just allowing for whatever is to be felt and to be seen and to be smelled and to be looked at. That's it. Kisses from the jungle.